I'm Claire Louise Hay. I'm the founder and director of Be Healing. I help people to manifest what they want to experience in their lives by helping them to heal themselves. And so many people have this idea that psychics and healers are kind of contradictory to religions, and so I wanted to make this video to kind of explain my understanding of the difference between religion and the difference between spirituality. And so I use words like the universe and source to mean the everything, the total energy. And so other people might use the word God or Allah, and there's all of these different words for different religions that mean the same thing, the whole energy of everything. And the reason that I don't use those words, those kind of religious words for it, is because they tend to have a gender attached to them, as if we kind of humanize them, as if the everything is a man, or as if the everything is a woman. And that's not my experience. The everything is the total energy of all of us. And so it is the balance of masculine and feminine. It's everything. It's not a person. It's just as much a rock and water and plants and trees and animals as it is human beings too. And so this is why I use the words universe and source. And so I just explain a little bit about my religious upbringing. I was brought up a Catholic, and because I'm a psychic, and I've always been a psychic, when I hear truth, then I hear it as it's said. And if I don't hear truth, then I hear it as it's said along with the truth. And so I'll just explain what I mean by that. If somebody comes up to me and I ask them a question, a straight yes or no answer question, and they say no to me and they're lying, what I hear is, yes, but I'm going to tell you no because I want to lie to you. And I feel it too. I don't just hear it like that, I feel it too. And so to me that's very confusing. And so I tend to turn my back on people like that very quickly. Same as if I were to say to somebody, are you okay? If I feel that they're not okay, I'll say, are you okay? And if they say to me, yes, when I hear no, but I'm going to tell you yes because I'm going to lie to you. The same thing. To a psychic, that just is confusing. You know, why would you want to remain around someone that doesn't want to express themselves truthfully? And so I'll turn my back on those people too. And so if anyone knows me personally, then you'll know that that's the way that I operate, is because my guidance is just so strong that I can't ignore it. And so as I was growing up as a Catholic, of course I was being taught by teachers, by my parents, by priests, all of these religious, what they were calling truths. Okay, and in my experience, because of being a psychic, what I was hearing was part truth, part spiritual truth, and part lies. And this was very confusing to me as a child. And so if I was taught something like, you're a sinner, what I'd hear from that is, you're not a sinner, but I'm telling you this to control you. And so imagine, you know, all of these things that I'm being told is I'm hearing that it's not true, that some parts are true but other parts aren't true. Things like Mary was a virgin. What I hear, what I heard when I was told that was, Mary wasn't a virgin, but I'm telling you that because I want to control you as a woman and I don't want you to feel empowered in your sexuality and in your creativity. And so I've got a very clear point of view about the religion that I was brought up in, and soon turned my back on that too, because nobody wants to be around these kind of conflicting energies. Anyway, and so I listened to what was inside of me instead. And what I want to impress on you all is that you have this, even if you're not psychic, you have this same ability to be able to discern what is true and what isn't true. And it's your feelings, okay? And so if I were to say things like, you're a sinner, if you do something, you're going to hell, those those things make you feel bad, okay? And the reason that those things make you feel bad is your emotions are your guidance system, okay? So your higher self, that part that's still source, that knows everything about you and knows what you want, is telling you that this isn't, what you're hearing now, or what you're saying now, what you're believing now, isn't aligned with your higher self. It isn't aligned with truth. And so it starts to make you feel bad. But if you hear spiritual truths, then it lifts your spirit. And so your higher self is telling you, yes, this is truth, it's truth, and it makes you feel really good. And so if I were to tell you, you are a creative spirit and you can achieve anything that you want to achieve, you can experience anything that you want to achieve, or anything that you want to experience, that kind of thing will kind of lift your spirit. And so I'm not saying that religion is wrong, but in every religion, and I haven't really paid that much attention to religions because of the experiences that I've had, but I have, of course, been around a lot of religious people, and I totally accept that people are religious. And so I have heard a little bit about them, and with every single one of them I've heard this contradiction, okay? So there's a lot of truth in it, and there's a lot of lies in it. And so I ask my guides, because I have this higher connection and I can connect right in with my guides or my higher self or source, and ask these questions, and I ask why is this contradiction? Why are religions kind of saying part of the truth, part of those spiritual truths, the great spiritual truths, and part of its lies? And this is the answer that I got. All of the religions are based on spiritual truths, the highest spiritual truths, but those spiritual truths have been translated by humans that haven't got a high enough connection in order for them to translate it to be that highest level. Okay, so I'll say that again. Every single religion is based on spiritual truth, highest spiritual truth. But those truths have been translated by people who are not of the spiritual level to be able to fully comprehend and translate those truths. And so this is all the more reason to trust your inner guidance, to trust that part of source, because it's within you. It's not a being outside of you, it's right there within you. And so I'm asking you to trust your feelings. And so don't take anything that I say, don't take anything that anybody else says as truth. Just feel, how does it feel to you? Does it uplift you? If it uplifts you, then it's your spiritual truth. And in the same way, things that are your spiritual truth won't be other people's spiritual truth. And what I mean by that is, feel into this. You are a healer. You're here to help people. That is your life's mission. Okay? And so when I hear that, that makes my spirit sing. It really lifts me up and I feel great. And every other healer will experience the same thing. But if you're not a healer, if that's not your life path, then that's not going to make you feel good. And so for some people that's truth, for some people it isn't. And if I were to say to you, you are an artist. Your gift is to share your art and your creative art with the world. Okay? And so that doesn't ring true with me. That doesn't uplift me in any kind of way. It doesn't make my spirit sing. But for some people it does. And so there is no truth for everybody. Everybody has their own spiritual path, and everyone's is different. And the only people that are trying to kind of make some kind of a rigid system and make everyone kind of conform to that, saying that this is the only way, are just not understanding that everyone has their own spiritual path, and it can be found from within them in the way that they feel. Often that's just due to fear. And so when someone fears something, then they will try and control what's around them. And so if they're not really understanding their own spirituality, then they're going to try and not just control their own, but try and control everyone else's, kind of wanting rigid rules and things around them. And that's just what's happened. And so it's as okay to accept religions as it is to turn away from them. And so this is the reason why you won't hear me say the word God and things, is that my understanding is that the everything is the everything. It encompasses absolutely everything in the world. So thank you for listening to me. I hope that's been helpful for you.